Hi, Stampin' Peace friends. As I'm cleaning up and organizing in my house today, it is Saturday, May 24th. I'm putting away some of the items I got from the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. And so as I was doing this, I thought, oh, I really appreciate all of you and your support of my business. And I want you to know that Stampin' Up! Is always very gracious and very appreciative of the work that we achievers do. And they really love to spoil us with gifts and surprises and such. So I want to share that with you today. And the first thing is the shirt I'm wearing. Every achiever and their first guest, incentive trips that you earn are for two people. So the achiever and then the first guest. And then we have the option to buy in other guests as well. But each achiever and their first guest got this really cool Orlando shirt. It has the Stampin' Up! Trip logo, and it's kind of decorated in the colors and themes that the rooms at the Grand Floridian Resort are decorated in. So that's pretty fun. Of course, we always get a name tag. Achievers get one color. First guests get another color, but they're all the same. And then staff has a color. So I kind of like collecting these over the years because they're just good memory makers, and they're all different. They're all geared towards the theme for that year's trip. We also received an envelope with an itinerary, which is nice. Here's the back side, also decorated much like the Grand Floridian Resort rooms. We had passes to 2-day passes to the parks. Since my family was going, we extended the trip and added days so we could do all of the parks. They also gave us a couple of gift cards to use in the parks for food, souvenirs, whatever we wanted, which is very generous. At check-in, we also got to make our own Disney ears, which was kind of a fun activity for us. I think Emily gave hers to Riley, who removed all the little stars and embellishments and things, but that's okay. And I kept mine real simple with this pink bow. Then at the end of the first night, there was a surprise in each of the achievers' resort rooms, overnight rooms. So there was this door hanger on the door, so you knew something was up. And then a wonderful card signed by Sarah Douglas, our CEO. And then this wonderful bin. Can you see the whole thing? And it's really sizable. It comes apart, it folds flat, it's lightweight, so easy to take home. But it was filled to the brim with bottles of water, sodas, snacks, candies, things like that. So it was nice at the end of each day, we could go back to our room and enjoy a little snack and beverage while we were resting up and getting ready for the next day's adventures. The day after check-in, Stampin' Up! Always does a general session for the trip achievers and their first guests. And they talk about the state of the company, any changes that might be in the foreseeable future, introduce some new products. They do some giveaways, and they announce the next trip. So I already know for 2026, it's the Alaskan cruise. But they announced the 2027 incentive trip, and that is to Costa Rica. So there was a lot of excitement over that announcement. But they also did a giveaway for each of the achievers. We got this typical box for our kits, Stampin' Up! Kits, right? This is a kit that I believe will be available for purchase come June. but I'm going to open it up so you can kind of see what it is. This is Make a Memory Scrapbooking Kit. It comes with instructions. You can see all the different supplies in there, directions for each layout, and it looks pretty cool. I love the colors in it, so let me just show you what's in here. There is a pack of the Memories and More, I'll call them Memories and More cards, but they are part of this kit. Let me take it apart here. So could be used for journaling, highlighting different photos and such, but just a nice assortment of different colors and patterns. They give us some tear and tape to put our pages together. We have different DSPs in here, and here are some die cuts. I believe there's, one sheet of that, and then this piece of DSP. Let's see, we've got this, and keep in mind, this is another page of die cuts. Same as the other one, but colors vary. But basically everything in here needed to make some really nice scrapbooking layouts. I need to look at that direction sheet and see how many it makes. Okay, now look at these die cuts. Are these stickers? Yes, these are stickers. They might have had all this laid out in order. Oh well. But more die cuts. I love the bicycle and I love the camera, so that'll be a lot of fun to work with. And then we also get a sticker sheet with words and sentiments. They do have another set of that, 2 more sheets of that in other languages, because we do service people around the world, crafters around the world, and then some leaf stickers. So very cool. I want to see if it says on here how many, let's see, 1, 2, trying to see. It looks like, I'm looking for it actually worded, but it's an easy beginner kit for scrapbookers. And it looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like 9 pages. No, 10, 11, 12. Actually 12 single 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. So I'm excited about that. So that was a really fun and very generous giveaway that they did for all the Stampin' Up! Achievers on this trip. And then another thing we get to do is to spin the wheel in the hospitality room each day. The hospitality room is, there's always staff members in there who work for the event. And then there are people from the leadership team in there, and you can meet and greet and talk to people and ask questions. There are things on display, maybe new product, samples of new product coming, that sort of thing. And then the fun part, they always have some kind of snack. The one day was the Mickey ice cream bars and Mickey ice cream sandwiches. Other days it was candies and such. But then the big thing, my favorite thing, even my kids, when they're on trips with me, will say, we got to go to the hospitality room so you can spin the wheel. And we get to spin the wheel for a prize. And usually there's 3 different prizes. Depending on what you land on, you get one of those. So the first day was just practical merch, I'll say. And I got this portable fan. 2 speeds. Comes in really handy on those hot days at Disney World. The next day, I got the Perfectly Pairs stamp set, which is one that they did demonstrate at the general session for everybody. So I'm excited about that. And anytime I have fruit papers or fruit stamps, I think of my mom because she loved her fruit so much. She always said she could gain weight eating fruit. And I think that's probably true. The next day, the 3 prizes were involving a Christmas suite or Christmas collection of products, I'll say. So this is several months out, but they had Memories and More card pack. They had a 6x6 designer series paper, and then they had some note cards and matching envelopes, which is what I won. And all of these products coordinate together. The DSP is gorgeous. And it's the first time they've done like a specialty DSP. So it's got die cuts, fun things. Can't wait to get my hands on it. And the Memories and More cards were just as really as nice. And in traditional colors, traditional holiday colors and themes like that. The next day, or maybe this was the day before the Christmas, probably this was the day before Christmas. It was a fall theme. So there was a stamp set, a coordinating die set for it, and then the coordinating DSP. And I got the DSP. So this is called Autumn Toile. I think that's how you pronounce that word. And I'll just show you front, back. This would be great for masculine cards too. And again, this will come out in the fall. Oops, I showed you that twice, didn't I? Let me see here. So, and this back of DSP is a little bit different because instead of 6 different sheets, 2-sided, it's got 4 different sheets, all double-sided, but you get 3 of each, 3 of each of the 4. Oops, didn't turn off the fan. So it'll be fun to create favors or multiple sets of cards, that sort of thing. Again, it's great for fall, but I love it for masculine cards as well, or people who just enjoy being in nature. And then the very last day, they actually had an event for the Achievers and their first guest. And it basically was like a private event for us at the Pandora section of Animal Kingdom. And if you've ever been there, and I'd never seen this part. I'd been to Disney last time about 13 years ago, but my kids knew of it. But they had never been on these rides because the lines were always so long. And the first one was the river ride. Emily and I basically walked right on. And it was a calm, serene scenery kind of thing with all the Pandora lights and the Avatar stuff. Really pretty at night. And then the other ride, and I don't even remember what it's called, some kind of Avatar ride where you're like riding this thing, and I don't even remember. But that has been known to have like a 2 to 4 hour wait. Not sure why. I would never wait that long for any kind of ride, to be honest. But we waited 15 minutes and got to experience that. And then they had like desserts and soft drinks and lemonade, stuff like that for us. And all the little individual desserts had a theme for that Pandora or Avatar section of Animal Kingdom. And I met some really nice people there. I saw, some demonstrators I know, but Emily and I sat with a group of 3 demonstrators that I had not met before, and that was a lot of fun. I always enjoy seeing people that I know, but getting to know new people and make new friends. So that was really, really nice. And then when we got back to the room, this, and I'm going to slide the plastic off, this was sitting on my bed. A nice note from Stampin' Up. They always do a great job of including little things like that. But then it's a set of designer series paper made exclusively for the trip achievers. So it'll be something I can use to preserve the memories my family and I made while we were on the trip. And again, it has that Grand Floridian theme and colors. Mary Poppins, very much Mary Poppins like. Let me just show you the others. Here's the penguins. Remember the penguins in Mary Poppins? And this print is so cool. Tiny, but it's really cool. It's got like this Mary Poppins hat, shoes, umbrella, bag, that sort of thing. The carousel horse. And this kind of looks like wallpaper to me. Pretty florals. And two of these sheets. And then remember the song, Let's Go Fly a Kite. I'm not a good singer, but you get it. Look at this. And the back side is the Mary Poppins hat. And here's the last print. And then teacups on the back. It's funny, you know, when, and I had never been to the Grand Floridian, I didn't know what to expect. But when they always send luggage tags too, and I don't have that with me, but the luggage tag was like this, same felt fabric, same logo, that sort of thing. But the packaging it came in, the padded envelope, had this print on it. And I thought, well, that's kind of unusual. You know, where did that come? And then it like hit me when I got there that it all coordinated. So we all had a great time. Emily went as my first guest, and then the rest of the family stayed at a different resort, something more affordable for us. And we just enjoyed seeing the magic of Disney through Riley's eyes. We enjoyed fun rides and treats and good foods, and it was a nice time to get away. Exhausting. If you know anything about a Disney trip, they are exhausting. You come home tired and you come home spent because we spent most of each day in the parks. But I got some good rest when I came home, and I'm back to work and it all feels good. The day after I returned from the Disney trip, I got a sale that put me over to achieve the 2026 trip of the Alaskan cruise. So I'm excited about that. It's always a pleasure and an honor to achieve something like that and earn something like that through hard work and dedication of doing something that I love to do. And I have all of you to thank for that as well.